We are not going to panic.
Look at this guy, he's a giant robot.
Shut the fuck up when grown men's is crying.
Great idea! Great idea!
What am I, fucking magician, man?
Am I some kind of fucking magician, man?
An icosahedron.
Icosahedron every day.
Sometimes twice a day.
Captain James T. Kirk once said, "May the force be with you."
What the heck even happened to you, man? Time to big brain.
What is the airwolf of trains?
Good evening, Devil Dinosaurs, and welcome to episode 153 of the Blockbrothers Show, the podcast where we review a random episode of a different TV show each and every week. I am one of your hosts, Christopher Siege.
And I'm your other host, NeoCal.
And this week on the Blockbrothers Show, we are continuing on with our block of programming for the month of March that are Patreon sponsored by our longtime listener and Patreon supporter, Jared. Big shout out to him. We've covered a couple of his picks this month so far, starting with Black Dynamite. Last week we did the Boondocks, and this week the next pick on Jared's list is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Oh, girl, magic! Come on, can't talk right now. Whoa, hold on. Can we just start over? Really digging the crazy genius vibe. I am the smartest 13-year-old. Now we got supervillains. Somebody call the Avengers.
Do they even go below 14th Street?
What do we do?
Who are you supposed to be?
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. And Casey.
Hey! We'll get through it. What do we do when the going gets tough?
We roll with it.
Like my mom always says, one girl can make a difference.
Especially when that girl is you.
Moon Girl magic!
Hell yeah.
Now, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur I had heard of. It's based on a Marvel comic from not that long ago, actually. I think the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur comic was maybe from like 2016, 2017 or so. Fairly recent property. But I actually didn't know there was a show based on it.
And indeed, it's impressive. Right from the get-go, the opening pretty much tells you what you're going to get, in my opinion, from the one random episode we watched.
Which the random episode that we watched is the season 2, episode 9, the 9th episode of season 2, The Devil You Know.
It's about a dinosaur.
It's about a dinosaur.
Well, it's about the girl going away.
It's about a dino.
It's about Dino Man.
It's about...
So there's a lot of improvisation.
It's about a moon girl named Lunella, which I thought was funny.
Lunella. Yeah, that's right, because it's very difficult for her to find keychains with her name.
Her being Moon Girl and being named Lunella, I thought was kind of cute.
So she is like an inventor and like a smart chick, right? One thing I'll say about the show, the opening slaps, like the song.
It sure does. On our Discord, which if you want to interact with us, it's the best way to do that. Join our Discord, link in the description of the episode. As always, I shared on our Discord a link to the song, a YouTube link to the song, because I have listened to it multiple times in the past 24 hours.
Nice.
I really, really like the theme song to this show. The theme song is done by a singer named Diamond White, I believe. She also voices the titular character, Moon Girl.
And one thing I like about
White.
the show is right away. This is some higher quality animation.
Oh, the
And
anime!
it
I
keeps-
love the animation in this show.
It keeps its style consistent too.
Mm.
Like I was very surprised. I'm like, what? Okay, so Western animation is still alive. Like this is really, really well done.
Hmm.
And something can look really good and have a unique style, and not necessarily we would not necessarily be into it.
Style is I think is the key word here. This show, not only is the animation great, it also has a style. Like,
Yeah, and it's hard to describe. It's like it has its own style, but it's really good. Like you know how you see a panel and you're like, oh, this is like Rick and Morty. You can like see this, and you can see its influences. But I think I'd be able to pick it out, even if it was from like characters that I didn't recognize or whatever. It's well done, like thoroughly, like surprisingly very well done.
I find a lot of the character designs are not directly not like directly, but like I feel like the look is somewhat reminiscent a little bit of like the character designs of Clone High.
Oh, interesting. In that they are a lot of primary shapes used in exaggerative ways.
Yeah, totally. Like
It is Clone High. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like this character is round and small. This character is square and thin and tall. This character, right? Like you by using shape, and that's like artistry, like that's like art schools stuff, right? Like
yeah,
how to draw like certain shapes, what they represent, right? Like and all of that comes together in a show that could have looked very good and not necessarily delivered in other ways. One thing that like Ruby Gloom has its own style and its own like branding. I don't think either of us really, especially this, I'm talking like very early Laser Comb
was also
podcast.
a Patreon pick.
Yeah. And I can't
Funny
remember
enough, one of our most downloaded
like
episodes too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though it's a show I'd never heard of, and to be perfectly honest, haven't really thought much of since we watched it.
Another one is like the style looks really good of like Has Been Hotel.
Yeah.
But like I've tried to get into that, and I'm like, this is for like people that think like people that describe themselves as liking dark humor.
I had
if you know what
I had Has Been Hotel recommended to me by someone a couple of years back, and I watched.
Did you give it the old maximal try?
I watched a clip of it, and I'm like, this is not for me.
I watched like almost a full like episode of it, and I'm like,
almost.
Oh,
not quite. Not into
almost.
I didn't watch an entire episode. I watched almost an entire episode.
You watched a clip, and I watched 5 minutes, and it was like
I watched 5 of 22 minutes.
That's like almost
an episode.
That's almost. Hey, that's basically all a whole season. But luckily, the writing and voice acting seems to be on par with the animation.
Oh yes.
And here's the thing: sometimes you and I will like everything, but we'll go, "This is a kids show." I'm sorry, but it's just a kids show. Right. And like we can like it and acknowledge certain things. Like one that was on the fence was like We Bare Bears. Right. Very clearly for kids, but cute.
Very clearly a little kids show. But you know what? We Bare Bears.
It was cute.
It's cute. I enjoyed that. I wouldn't watch it.
It was enjoyable.
I wouldn't seek it out to watch it again, honestly. But that episode that we watched was cute and fun. I can see
the heist. I still remember. Yeah,
I remember it too. I can see why people like that show.
Now, before I had watched this today, but after you had watched it, Jared,
I watched it last night.
Who pitched this said, okay, like you guys landed. It might not be for you. Like he watches all of our stuff, so he kind of has a good vibe of like maybe we will, maybe we won't like it or something, right? And what did he say? He was like, I wouldn't tune in again
Jared,
after the episode.
The unofficial creative consultant of the Blockbrothers show.
That's right. Was like, I wouldn't tune in again after the episode you guys landed on, of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Should still have decent music, but the story of that episode, it's not up either of your alleys, even if you put your mind into a younger self. But yeah, please keep an open mind.
I found it interesting that he actually, for the first time ever, actually like warned us about a show. But ironically enough,
get on his level, everyone else.
Yeah, I know, right?
No,
listen, if you're gonna pitch 3-2-1 Penguins to us, at least tell us what we're getting into.
At least tell us that you're actually just sadistically pitching something to us in order to watch us suffer. No.
But I find it interesting that he warned us about this episode, and perhaps somewhat ironic because I ended up actually really liking this.
And he made the comment after you had watched it. I read the comment and then watched it, and I didn't need to put myself into imagine myself as like a kid.
No, neither did
or
I.
anything like that. Or I didn't even like go into it like with like an open mind. I was like, oh, okay, like here we go. Is this like filler or whatever? I thought it stood alone just fine.
Oh yeah,
everything I needed to know, I knew. Flung a whole bunch of like new characters.
I mean, I don't know why this girl has a pet dinosaur, but
I'll need to.
Whatever.
It's a secret pet dinosaur. What are you gonna?
Whatever.
I can imagine. I can imagine. And if this was one of like the bad, like you guys landed on a bad one episodes, then there must be no bad episodes of this show. Because if he wrote a paragraph about I don't know if you guys, and like this is the worst it gets, I'm intrigued because I thought I can't think of any. Very rarely can I think of no criticism for like a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
The pacing, the animation, the voice acting. I was very surprised something like this it exists for kids. So like I was like, oh shit, cartoons aren't dead. No. Like this is like revived my like faith in like children like broadcasting. And you know what? I really like that Moon Girl. What did you say? Like Lunella?
Lunella.
She'll be like, oh, like here's a picture of us and our family. Right in between Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Or it'll be like, oh, like and it has GPS in it. So you don't get lost. Thanks, Gladys West.
You know what's funny is I actually...
One of the inventors of GPS.
The picture between like a photo of like Martin Luther King and someone else. I actually saw that joke in a movie, that same joke in a movie the other day.
Oh, really?
I was telling you on the Callan Siege Super Show, our Patreon exclusive podcast, which you can check out if you want by going to patreon.com/lasercomb, LAZORCOMB, and pledging $5 a month. I was telling you about a movie that I watched recently called Splitsville. Very funny, highly recommended. A little long for what it is, but I had a lot of laugh out loud. There was a lot. I had a laugh out loud time watching it. But there's a joke in that movie where they go to see the like dean of a like private school that a kid goes to, and on the wall behind him is a picture of him, and to the left of him is a picture of Morgan Freeman, and to the left of his picture is a picture of Martin Luther King Jr.
I was not expecting Morgan Freeman on the other side.
And the way
is the dean a white guy?
No, he's black.
Okay, then because it would be funnier in an inappropriate way if the dean had a picture of himself between them and he was a white.
It's
Oh
a
my
really
God.
goofy picture of him too, like doing like this. Like,
Okay, that's pretty funny.
yeah, and the way the scene is framed, like the camera is angled upwards, so like the pictures on the wall are like directly above him at all times when the
Oh,
camera is
behind
like,
him and his desk, so you see it when you're sitting down in front
yeah,
of him.
yeah.
That's funny. You know what? I feel like that must be a newer joke because I heard a comedian be like, "Really, right in front of my framed picture of Martin Luther King Jr."
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's like a mid 2020 2020s joke that I like must have missed somewhere.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, quick sidebar. Splitsville, highly recommended. Check that movie out. It's on Prime
So
Video.
yeah, obviously I went in first being like, hey, this show's very good, like from top to bottom, but we do give our rating at the end, and it still might surprise you.
It still may. So to quickly run through what happens in the episode. Early on,
going on a family trip.
Early on, we find out that Lunella, Moon Girl, is going on a family trip. We get a very quick montage of her family like planning for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
There's a right away when the show grabbed me was actually during this, beyond the like banger of a theme song. Beyond the banger of a theme song, which already like had me invested. In this opening montage where like the family is like getting ready for the trip, somebody, I think maybe it's her older sister or someone, opens her bed, opens like a door and is like, Lunella, and like looks in a room, and you see a desk, and as soon as the character says Lunella with a question mark, you see at the desk a like dotted like silhouette with a question,
an outline.
Yeah, a dotted like outline of like the basic like silhouette of Lunella with a question mark in the middle of it, and a question mark,
like,
and a question mark above the other character's head. Right away, I'm like, that is cool. I have not seen that before. That is awesome. That was when I knew that that was when the show got me, like right there.
And we see that consistently. That kind of, I don't know if it translates well into, I don't know if that same kind of thing is in the comic, but it translates well to like animation because it's moving and it's constant. And so the ding, 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 like the outline of her with like the question mark above her, be like, huh, where is she?
Yeah.
That visual storytelling, because one of the characters doesn't speak English, and we're going to get into that because most
Dinosaur.
of this episode is Devil Dinosaur going, which by the
one second.
What does that mean?
Not even going to cut that out. We're just doing it live, folks. Off the cuff.
Shit. So
well, and indeed,
most of the episode, yeah.
A little bit later, not much later, but a little bit later in the episode, after Devil Dinosaur goes on like his big adventure, we see another example of that where he looks at a doorway to like go into a building, and then there's a quick like dotted like outline of him like trying to squeeze through the door, and he's just like and realize it, and it's him realizing like he's not going to fit through the door, but like that is
it shows us what he's thinking.
Exactly. Yeah. That is a fantastic example of utilizing a visual medium.
And the show would have been so much worse if he talked like this and he said, "Oh, I can't fit through." And it is an animation. And it does that so well.
Mm-hmm.
And he can talk to people, and it shows little hieroglyphics, little pictograms or emojis or like whatever, because people can understand him.
Yeah.
At least Moon Girl and the other sidekick animals we meet.
It's like Chewie
in this episode. Yeah, it's like Chewbacca. Everyone understands him.
Yeah.
And by other people understanding him, we don't need subtitles for that character because you can understand the flow of dialogue. But that little ways of showing how people are thinking, it's weird that a lot of other media doesn't do that, and it's so obvious and welcome in this show that you're like, why don't more like anime or cartoons like do visual
stuff like this?
Things like that. Yeah.
Actually tell the story visually as opposed to just like
like pictures worth like 1,000 words. So like
they tell you
there's a 5-minute monologue.
And they tell you in script writing. It's not a hard and steadfast rule, but it's
of course not. Yeah,
it's very useful.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Show don't tell. It's very useful for like beginner screenwriters. But yeah, like in this case, or this show, like it shows and it tells.
Yeah. One thing I thought was really funny is in the dinosaurs' walk of sadness, because they kind of butt heads, because he doesn't want her to go and he's bored, but she's going to go spend time with family. And he's like, oh, well, aren't I part of your family? And she's like, yeah, but they don't know about you yet. And I can't tell them about you without revealing my secret identity. This is like season 2, so that's getting pushed. Like, I wonder if that'll ever like happen. But they kind of what's it called? They depart on bad terms.
Yeah. So she's
going
on a road trip. She's not excited about it. She's like, "Oh, this is going to be really boring."
She leaves him a giant dinosaur.
But Devil Dinosaur is like, "Oh, that actually sounds really exciting. I'd love to do that." And she's like, "Well, I'm just not ready to tell my family about you, you know."
There's probably not any deeper commentary there, but that one could derive.
There was something. It definitely evoked something.
You too? Okay, yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily what they were going for, but like I definitely got some like, hey, my family doesn't know I'm queer, so I'm just not ready to tell them about you yet.
And that's a good thing. If you can
totally,
include that in a show, and you get people to think about that, even if that's not really the message or the case, then you're pitching something. It's kind of like there's no bad art if people are talking about it. Right? Like if people are like, oh, but that's just a banana stapled to a wall. Well, like people talked about it for like 3 months. So if
that's
it was
just
like
a photo of a can of Campbell's tomato soup.
Who is that? Andy Warhol? There's very few people I would say aren't artists. And I'm not an artist myself, and I'm not like this huge critic or like anything, but what a hack, man. Draws dollar signs and Campbell soup. And when asked about it and interviewed about it, he says, because I like money and soup. Like just a corporate soulless artist that capitalized on being in the right place at the right time. Fight me on that. But anyways, like for instance, there's way more artistry in this like one episode. Come at me, Andy Warhol. Are you still alive? I don't know, because I've never Googled you.
No, he's dead. But you did just say there's no bad art if people are talking about it, and
then I complained about it. So
we both know who Andy Warhol is.
Checkmate, atheist.
I know that picture of the Campbell's tomato soup. I'm not an art connoisseur whatsoever.
Because he painted 280 identical versions of it. Didn't he also do like the four like different colored panel? Like, isn't he famous for that like pop? Like like the quadrant thing? Like this one's like red, this one's like sepia, this one's like black, like
This one's
I don't know
pink.
what that's called. And then this one's pink. I think he's also the guy that kind of like
Art
started
Nouveau.
that. Yeah. But my favorite nouveau art is definitely this show. So man, this episode. Okay,
My,
so
my
like this
knowledge
is a
of
kids
art,
show.
my knowledge of art comes entirely from the fact that my ex-wife was an art major.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was an art major. Yeah. So
My knowledge of
that's
art comes from that one episode of Reboot, and and my partner.
What was it called? Painted Windows? Yeah.
Oh geez. Oh, and
Which, if you want to hear us talk
and
about
Banksy.
Reboot, take a trip back in time and check out our podcast.
Yeah, if you want to see early us record things. Oh geez, where was I? So Dino meets up with he can't go to the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So he goes to the Sidekicks Anonymous meeting because he can't fit through the door.
Can't fit through the door.
But there's a giant gate in the Sidekicks Anonymous meeting. And here he meets the most broken.
It's a big receiving door.
Yeah, a receiving door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes and like rolls up like into the ceiling. And we meet the most catty, shitty fucking characters. In right away, I was like, these bitches would just want to gossip. They want to sit around and they want to talk about how shit their life is. This is not good for Dino. And that's basically the premise of the rest of the video. As he starts to realize maybe he doesn't got it so bad. There's a unicorn named Aragorn.
Aragorn, I'm glad you brought her up.
Oh.
She is voiced by Cree Summer.
Cree Summer.
Cree Summer, decades ago, was the voice of, what was her name? I can't remember. The girl, Mummy in Mummy's Alive.
Anka or
no, it was like Nefertiti or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something. It wasn't
interesting. Wow. Really?
So, you know what that means? Cree Summer has officially become a main character here on the Blockbrothers show.
That's right. So there's
Simon McCorkindale.
Yeah.
And the guy whose name I don't remember, but Mr. Forever Knight.
I forgot about so Simon McCorkindale, Forever Knight guy, and Cree Summer.
Yep.
We're not going to learn his name. He's just Forever Knight.
He is Nicholas Knight. He's Mr. Knight.
We were talking about Dork Tales and Kelly earlier. He fucking loves doing Forever Knight.
We only watched that one episode, but like I can see why people like that show a lot. I dug it. I'm pretty sure we both gave it a positive.
We both
review.
did. Yeah, they're like, this is rad.
Has a great theme song too.
You got anything besides wine in here? Dude, if the cop you work with only works night shift and has nothing but red wine, is it like, you know how in zombie movies and shows, the zombies don't exist in that world?
Yeah.
Like they'll call them biters or infected or walkers or whatever.
Shamblers.
Do vampires not exist in like modern vampire? Because I feel like the signs are very obvious a lot of the time. People are like, what? And they're like very clueless. I'd be like, only nights? Pale skin, never seen eating or drinking anything besides this red wine. So dude, you're a vampire, right?
Yeah.
But I guess you can't just ask people that, Cal. God.
So Cree Summer, we know you're listening. Welcome to the Blockbrothers Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's not many. And we don't go looking to include people. It happens by accident.
Yeah, it only counts if it's an accidental recurrence.
Exactly.
Then they join the Blockbrothers Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Let's take a quick little intermission here and do some plugging. Let's promote some stuff. I mentioned we did a reboot podcast, alphanumeric.
Yeah.
If you want to hear us talk about reboot for over 50 episodes, maybe even interview the composer of that show, the great Bob Buckley. Still probably my favorite interview we've done.
You know what? He was... I really liked Bob Buckley.
So did I, yeah.
He was just real with us. Like I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his perspective wasn't just very like camera ready, like answers, right? Like neutral, not like he was all like takes a drag from a smoke. Let me tell you about these motherfuckers. Which is how we got the unreleased soundtrack.
Yeah, the reboot soundtrack, which is on our YouTube channel. If you're watching the video version of this, feel free to poke around the YouTube channel. And
go find the YouTube channel. That is like we released that. That's wild to like think of.
Yeah,
but like nobody had a copy of that except like him and like maybe other people that know him.
I don't have Twitter anymore, but my tweet about that actually exploded and got retweeted by even like people that I follow. Like it was retweeted by like Wooly and like Matt Wooly from like the Super Best Friends and like Matt McMuscles. I was like, holy shit! Like YouTubers that I follow are actually like retweeting this and shit.
Yeah, that was really cool. So at least go watch, check that out.
The best way to
good, yeah.
Best way to support us is to go to patreon.com/lazorcomb, LAZORCOMB. I mentioned a $5 tier gets you access to our weekly Patreon exclusive show, the Cal and Siege Super Show.
Hell yeah.
We talk about a lot more off the cuff things than we do on this show. And we're even pretty off the cuff at times on this show. So,
yes,
if you want to hear some real candidness, then that's the place to do that. At the $10 tier, you get to pick a show for us to review a random episode of on this very podcast, much like Jared did. And $20 tier, you get to pick a programming block, or you can pick the episode. Take out the randomness.
Take out the random element, yeah.
The randomness altogether. Pick the episode, pick a programming block. You can do both. It's not an either or thing. You can do both.
Yeah.
Jared didn't pitch us specific episodes of anything in this programming block, but that just let it be known that is an option. And I mentioned the Discord. Best way to interact with us. There is a link in the description of this episode, as well as all of the episodes of everything we publish. Cal, do you have anything you specifically want to plug?
Let's see. After this, I'm going on the Twitch channel for Onyx Path Publishing.
Ooh.
They're the current people that have... what did they? Exalted, Powered by the Apocalypse. They came from tabletop RPG systems, and we're playing Scion.
Oh, I know you're a big fan of Exalted. I've definitely heard you talk about that before.
Indeed. And like any true fan, I also have many complaints about it. So I'm playing Scion on Onyx Path. And I do tabletop role playing on Dork Tales, both on YouTube and Twitch. So it's like, if you like live action role playing, you can watch us on YouTube. Their Patreon, I'm running Descent into Avernus. The only way I would like run as a DM any D&D is if they go to hell.
Mm.
And there are Mad Max trucks everywhere, and nitrous
Well,
is
how
demon
else are
blood
people going to
traverse hell.
Yeah,
I'm not
just
walking.
makes sense.
Yeah. And that's on YouTube, so you can see me run that module. It being a module means it's like a pre-written like adventure, and I got
You should
this
create
bitch, though.
You should create a like demon version of me who cruises around on a forklift.
Oh, I should.
Because folks, I drive a forklift.
His name will be Christopher Siege. Or he'll be a siege engine, right? Like with a giant cannon.
Siege cannon. There we go.
Oh, siege cannon. There we go. Or the cannon will just like come out of his chest, and he goes and holds his like breath, and it goes and like fires like a fireball or something. There we go. It writes itself, people.
Yep.
The siege cannon. I slowly move away from the book, which, as I have found out, you know that like anybody can just like write these things. You know, like
Really?
the biggest critics of any genre are the people that are like deepest in it.
Yeah.
The more I run this, I was like, well, they just let anybody write these, huh? It becomes better as I follow the book less. And
I could see that, yeah.
And do my own thing like more. And this had come out and directly ties into Baldur's Gate. This is like the prequel for Baldur's Gate. Came out in like 2017, I think. And its events are simultaneous to the game Baldur's Gate 3. But because I'm running this in like 2025 and 26, I can include like the characters from Baldur's Gate 3 popping in and out and having
perhaps a Karlach or two.
A Karlach or two, Raphael, perhaps.
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart has not made an appearance, but the Dead 3 patrons certainly have. J. Jonah Jameson himself, Ketherick Thorm. That's right, yeah. Zariel. Bring me pictures of Zariel. Not sure if you've gotten that far in it, but yeah, you can find me there.
All right. And yeah, that's where you can check us out. Also, I write little movie reviews, little like one paragraph movie reviews of pretty much everything I watch nowadays on Letterboxd. I think I'm on there as Siege Eterna. You can look for that.
The only movie reviews I actually like read every single the only movie reviewer where I read every single like one, because you usually have like 3 to 6 sentences.
Yeah, I try to keep them to
and they don't spoil anything, and it's like exactly like what I want. I hate it when I'm on like Rotten Tomatoes or like any IMDb or whatever, and they either like spoil it or they're so masturbatory. It's like, I'm a critic. I have like a critical critic's lens of which I watch movies, and like, oh man, I'd rather just like hear a guy be like, so this is about this and this is about that, and I don't know, okay, I guess. Or
did you ever the site's heyday is long gone, but about 20 years ago was when it was really popular. Ain't It Cool News?
Yeah.
The movie reviews, especially
that's old.
Especially the ones written by Harry Knowles, the infamously not good guy himself, Harry Knowles. But his movie reviews would usually start off with like 6 to 10 paragraphs of him just talking about like random bullshit before he actually like got to the fucking point of like
worse than us
reviewing the movie.
Worse than recipe blogs on the internet. Yeah. If you can believe that.
Harry Knowles was doing it before it was cool. Also,
that's
fuck
right.
Harry Knowles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but getting back to Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So Devil Dino goes to the sidekicks support group meeting, and yeah, he meets Aragorn, voiced by Blockbrothers Hall of Famer Cree Summer. He meets Redwing and
Pebbles.
Pebble.
And there's a goat.
Oh, and the goat. What was the goat's name? Tooth Gnasher.
Ah. So these are like gossiping, like bitter, like divorcees.
Exes, basically.
Oh man. So at first they're like complaining.
I vibed with this right away because like I
thought you would like this.
I've known so many people over the years like who will just like go off about, and like I have myself like in the past, like I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but like I've met so many people in the past who will just like go off on big like rants and like about their exes in a manner very similar to this. So
indeed,
I found it particularly amusing.
And indeed, their entire identities seem to be around all hating the hero that they used to partner with.
Yeah.
But Dino's excited for new friends, and he goes out, and they go to like a luncheon together. Now, one thing I thought was very funny is the dinosaurs walking around in public early on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's raining, and they're like being sad and being like, oh gosh, does Moon Girl even like love me or whatever? But nobody's reacting negatively.
Yeah.
It's just a world where there's like a giant T-Rex walks around. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. And indeed, when all of these magical animals sit down, there's no, it doesn't bring a spotlight to the absurdity of a goat, a bird, a Pegasus, and a T-Rex sitting down outside, in outside seating at a diner. And I love that kind of like humor where it was just like, well, what do you want? There's like superheroes. And then, oh man, you know how stressful it is seeing those fucking deadbeats all pass the buck when it comes to paying the bill. So one of them goes, "Oh, geez, it's your turn, isn't it?" And they pass it to the goat.
I have seen this exact situation transpire IRL multiple times, especially when I was younger.
And then one of them's like, "Oh, I paid last time, so it's you." And then it's like, "Oh, look, wow, like I must have forgotten to like grab my wallet, look at my pockets. I don't have it." And then Pebbles grabs it and is like, "Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what this means, don't you, gang?" And this little...
We're going to have to get creative. You know, like, not having a superhero in your life doesn't really pay the bills like it used to. So we're going to have to... Sometimes we have to get creative. And it's like, okay.
So they all bail.
And then she's like, everybody run for it.
But Dino doesn't. And they're like awkwardly like left there. But they look on the back of their new Dino GPS and communication device, and it has some games on it.
It looks like a Tamagotchi.
And there's like, yeah and there's like a wad of
him.
cash. So she like left him like pizza money or something like
hot
that.
Dog money. Because we establish multiple times in this episode that Devil Dinosaur thinks hot dogs are better than pizza.
Hot take.
Very hot
dogs
take.
Better than pizza.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like hot dog. I mean, I eat veggie dogs, but I like hot dogs. But
I can enjoy a street dog from time to time. Yeah.
I'll given the choice between the two, it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be pizza.
Oh yeah, clearly. Oh, excuse me, princess.
Starting to get hungry now.
Right? It was the son talking of food.
Yeah.
So they pay for it and they go, whew, and they avoid like having to like bail on it. And they go back and he's like, rawr, 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 to like finger wag at them. Yeah. But he quickly learns that they're shitheads.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, you got to like keep up with us. Oh geez, oh, what are you gonna do? and you don't need shithead friends. And
Have you
he's like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
ever dined and dashed?
Let me think.
Which is what they try to do
Because
here.
I've done a lot of all
See,
of
a
the
lot of
things.
the,
I don't think I've done that.
A lot of the like scoundrel antics that these people get up to were the kind of things that like my friends did when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
I have dined and dashed before. Twice.
It
Only
seems
twice.
like something that would have happened in my youth, but I can't recall. So I probably did.
I had friends who were like serial dine and dashers. Like they would go like everywhere and like just dine and dash.
Oh wow. Wait until they forget that they've been somewhere and have somebody come up behind them and be like,
and
hey, buddy.
they actually got caught because they went back to the same restaurant like a couple months later, and like the staff remembered them.
How'd that work out for them?
They got arrested.
Oh, good.
I don't think anything actually like really came of it, but they got kicked out, they got arrested, and
good.
Yeah.
Oh geez, what happens? They love bomb Dino. They're like, here's the keys to our meeting house. Because like we trust you now because you're family. And I'm like, oh, these bitches. And they're like, and Dino's like, rawr, rawr.
Well, maybe they're just excited about having a new friend.
Yeah, or they're abusive and they're like, ooh, this is a person we can abuse. But either way, they're like, okay, now time for a new game. This game is how bad are they? And they all take turns being like, my hero was so bad, and then everyone else in the group is like, how bad were they? They were so
hilariously a Pebble's story is that her superhero was going to move to Florida, and she saw the signed lease for his new apartment, and it said no pets allowed. So she got mad and like up and fucked off.
And she broke up with him before he could break up with her.
Yeah. The Aragorn, the Pegasus, who can fly.
Yeah.
Her superhero used to fly around in a jet, like Wonder Woman style.
Mm-hmm. And this pissed her off so much. This is the recurring thing she always brings up.
It made her she was mad because her superhero never got her to actually ride in the plane. She's like, I probably wouldn't have fit anyway, but she didn't know that.
How would she know?
And I'm like, you're a giant fucking winged horse.
Later on, she's stealing from a vending machine. She's like, oh, these are like the little like peanuts that they must serve on like airplanes. Not that I would know.
And I can't remember what Red Wing, the bird, I can't remember what his story was, but hilariously, the goat.
The Red Wings. Their hero never revealed their face, even when they were at home.
Oh, right, yeah. And Red Wing took it as like their superhero
lack of trust.
Yeah, lack of trust. And hilariously enough, the goat was like, due to a pending lawsuit, I can't speak further on this matter.
I actually cannot speak further on the matter, so it just skips past him. That was pretty funny.
I laughed.
That actually comes. So the way they trick Dino into staying, instead of storming off, is they're like, "Wait, we're gonna go on a family road trip, and you're invited." So they like that's kind of manipulation.
Oh, totally.
Tactics. Yeah. And it's like, oh, road trip. And so they're excited and they go on a road trip. It's just to the nearby park or something like that. But there's a giant rock blocking apparently a secret entrance to somewhere. And the Pebbles, this little tiny dog whose barks are supersonic, I guess. They're like, oh geez, we just got to move this rock and then I'll show you what's behind it. It's so heavy. Oh geez, and then everyone's like watching, and Dino's like, and then it shows like their tail plus rock, and then it's like equal, and then like a smashed rock.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, of course, you're gigantic. And their nickname for him is Two-Ton, even though they like never call him that.
I don't know. Pebble calls him
a few times, yeah,
throughout the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, if you could just do that, why didn't I even think of that? And he smashes it, and they go in there, and it's like the granite. I'm gonna say Greg. I can't remember. Granite Man, but like the hero or villain that Pebbles
Granite
was
Crusher.
next to.
Granite Crusher.
There we go. And it's a pretty dope pad. I'm noticing that all the dope pads in the show always zoom in on arcade cabinets. And I'm like, would they ever get tired of having a dope pad? But there's a ball pit that's big enough for a T-Rex, which I find suspicious. I was like, wait, this guy had a dog, but his ball pit can fit a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Did you recognize the voice?
I like the
because
humor.
we meet at the end of the episode. We meet Crusher Granite. Did you recognize the voice?
I did, but I didn't look it up. I couldn't tell.
It's Giancarlo Esposito.
Really?
Yeah. No, I recognized his voice right away. I'm like, that's Giancarlo Esposito. That's Gus Fring himself right there.
Okay, because I was like, who is that? Oh, and I was almost there, but I couldn't quite bring it home. Dino finds out that they're here to just like break everything, smash everything, and all that. And he's like, and then he's like realizing that they're just not good people.
They're kind of shitheads, yeah.
Like they're just not. And they're like, oh, Two-Ton, why aren't you breaking things? And he's like, and they're like, oh, I understand, like you're new to it or whatever. Because he just like gently knocks over like a figurine of Granite Crusher
and then fixes it right afterwards.
And then in the montage of all of them spray painting, breaking stuff, right? It shows Dino like gluing things back together, cleaning off the spray paint and trying to like not destroy the place.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that because I'm like, okay, not only is this T-Rex, do they actually love Moon Girl, but they're actually just a good guy.
Yeah.
They're a good person. And it results in them going, wait a second, you don't hate your owner.
And then he's like, oh, super.
You don't hate your super. And then he's like, okay, you know what, guys? I got to stop you right here. Like, you guys need to get the fuck out of here. And they're like, no, we're going to like break everything and like trash the place. What are you going to do about it? And he's like, looks like I got to kick your ass. And the most fucking hype fight, like,
I know, between and Pebble is like, oh, it's on, bitch, basically.
Oh, it's on, bitch. And like the split in the screen showing like Pebbles on one side and like Devil Dinosaur on the other. And then all three of them are fighting them. And like, I think Pegasus is really fast. They leave like a purple streak. The bird is psychic and has telekinesis. The goat, I don't know, he rams things.
He smashes stuff.
He smashes stuff. And Pebbles has like
supersonic. Pebble, no S.
Oh, Pebble.
Yeah. Pebble has like a supersonic bark.
And it shows like Pebbles getting like their silhouette filling with like black, like hate.
Yeah.
And then like Devil Dinosaur like filling up with like hearts. And like whenever like Pebble gets hit, like hearts fly out of, because they're like fighting love versus like hate. And to the point where I think like Pebble's on the ground and they're like and they like cough up hearts.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, so you think you've won, huh? And then just as Devil Dino's like winning, Granite Crusher comes home.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh shit.
And to everyone's surprise, Granite Crusher is very excited to see Pebble.
Yeah, at first he's like super stern and he's just like looking at all of these animals like wreck his shit. And then he's like, oh my God, Pebbles, you came home. Oh, you came home to daddy. And it's not just animals understanding each other, which is what I thought. No, they do speak English.
Yeah.
And they have a conversation.
Yeah,
and he's like, I was
like
just in my group of supers being separated from their sidekicks.
Yeah.
Support group.
And Pebble is like, oh, well, you know what? I saw the lease. You got an apartment in Florida with a place that doesn't allow pets, so fuck you. And he's like, no. That's just a rental for my action figure collection. And also my mom. I would never give you up, Pebble. I love you.
You know how many people I know need another apartment for their figures or like all their junks? Actually, maybe that's just a boomer thing, not being able to get rid of all their stuff. I know a couple people who rent a storage unit just for all their extra stuff. And I'm like, dude, get rid of it.
Yeah.
But they won't.
Yeah, that's my attitude too. I'm like, if it is so unimportant to you that it could sit in a storage locker for years on end, then why keep it at all? Just get rid of it.
Hoarding in the age where people don't own homes, I guess. Like they're hoarders, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's like, wait a second, I recognize you. And I mean,
like, you've seen how willing I am to completely just purge everything.
That's right, yeah. And I've also seen the other end of the spectrum in hoarding. My favorite line is still, oh, be careful about that bike. If you like break it, like that was like $500 and you'll owe me $500.
That piece of shit.
The fact I've heard that not from one person, but two people before about really old bikes and being blamed for like breaking them when like you look at it and it's like, if you nudge it even a little, the rusty thing's just going to fall apart. I've had a boomer try to charge me for their super, super, super old bike that's worth $500 before.
My
so the fact that's happened twice.
My late uncle would real quick sidebar. My late uncle would often talk up like how expensive something was, and you would look at it and it's just like a piece of shit that he got at a garage sale for like $5.
But in their head, all of their belongings are worth way more than they bought them for, and it's almost kind of like a dragon's like hoard.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? It's not that they want it to do anything. It's that the potential of what they could sell it for is what like keeps them alive. Anyways, that's my hoarding rant for the episode.
So Pebble immediately like flips and just goes back to being like completely in love with Granite Crusher, and her friends are like, wait, what the hell, man? I thought we were I thought
bitter sidekicks,
the bitter exes club.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you must be Redwing. Oh, you must be Aragorn. Blah 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 blah. Your owner is part of my supers who lost their sidekicks group. And they're like, really?
Yeah, and he explains to them, and it was like, yeah, your hero, Redwing, was in a witness protection program.
And that's why he couldn't show his identity to you.
It was to protect you
and he's like,
as well.
Oh, he was hiding his identity to protect me?
And then it shows like a phone come out and like a bird like unblock or like call.
Yeah.
Like him, and then it shows the same thing with Aragorn. And I just love the idea that they have like human smartphones on them somehow.
Well, they're super pets.
And Tooth Gnasher is like, wow, what about me? And it was like, no, never heard anything about you. Sorry. So everyone else is like reconciling with their
Yeah.
heroes and catching up and being lovey-dovey, and Tooth Gnasher's just in the background like I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know what his deal was.
Well, the one who apparently has like a lawsuit against his like ex-super.
Maybe he's the one that started the club and he's just like a sassy mean bitch.
Maybe.
just saying. And Dino goes back. They get like a text or a message or something. And they go back and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And oh, like, I promise I'm going to tell my family about you. And no, you don't need to apologize for anything. And then everything's okay.
Everything is okay. And that was the episode of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, The Devil You Know. Cal, you just caught a random episode of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Would you tune in again?
So sometimes there's a show that did everything right and then like just didn't go home for me because it's for kids. Sometimes I can like something from it even if it's like imperfect. I thought that this was quite funny, quite endearing, and heartful, and the writing and voice acting and animation is good. This might actually be one of the better things we've reviewed.
I think so, yeah.
Even though it's a kids show, this is like we probably wouldn't watch much better than this. When it comes to like animation.
No, and
even including outside animation, maybe. Like this was surprisingly good. So I would tune in next week.
I'm going to echo that sentiment, and indeed, I'm going to introduce something new.
Uh-oh.
This show is the first officially Siege-sanctioned TV series.
The first Siege-sanctioned. And like I said, even at the end with her like kind of fitting in like black scientists, right? Like she mentioned Gladys West, who I think did all like the programming. What was it? Complex, precise mathematical modeling of Earth's shape. Parkinson, Easton, and West are credited for developing the U.S. Departments of Defense Global Positioning System.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, because she's like, and it has built-in GPS. Thanks, Gladys West.
Oh,
so like we didn't even get into the fact
I didn't pick up on that. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even get into the fact that it's like black characters, black family. I didn't look into it, but like probably African American like produced.
Well,
written,
and indeed,
right?
all of the shows in Jared's programming block, including next week's show, are all centered around African American characters.
And I didn't even really know that this show existed. I'm out of the cartoon and out of the
I didn't know. Like I mentioned.
Comic.
Like I mentioned at the
circles.
beginning of the episode, I knew about the comic. I didn't know that it was a show.
Yeah, but this is like the one to beat. I'm sure that there's probably like a top 5. Like we've done over 150 episodes of this, but I think this is in the top 5,
or top 10,
in the least top 10. Yeah, in least top 10, easy. So there you have it. Not only did you get 2 thumbs up, but you got the Siege. I was going to say certified, sanctioned,
officially Siege sanctioned. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So we got a couple of noteworthy things in this episode of the Blockbrothers show. Cree Summer joins the Blockbrothers Hall of Fame.
That's right.
And this show is the first show I've decided to officially give Siege's sanction.
That's right. There's like a next to the new release wall, there's like staff pics, and underneath there's like like Christopher and like Cal and like other like people, and you've got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
I actually remember what I used to have on my staff picks section.
I moved mine around a bit, but I remember mine too.
Mine, I'm pretty sure, was Memento, Magnolia, Garden State, Adaptation. Adaptation was the other one.
Oh wow, adaptation. Let me
Yeah,
think.
because we could have 4 because it was on like a little shelf.
That
So you
that's
could have 4
right.
picks.
Yeah. What was that?
I would change them up every now and then, but those
So
were
would I. Yeah.
those were the ones that would regularly like be in the rotation.
Mm-hmm. Do. What was that one? I had Downfall, that German movie about like the last year of like it follows like Hitler around.
Mm.
Probably had like The Matrix, or like my brain's shutting off here.
Yeah, we
what
can
was the one?
we can wrap this up pretty soon here.
We can come with it. Can't remember a lot. That's worth thinking of though, because I can remember them if I like sit down and like think of it. But like, it was such a of its time that I like need to like get into it. It's funny that you can just be like boom, boom, boom. What was
I'm a movie guy.
Yeah, what was the one with the
I've always been a movie guy.
Christian Bale? They have to take pills. It's a little bit 1984ish. He's got gun kata. Why can't I remember what that's called? Equilibrium was on there. Mm-hmm.
Another movie
Probably
where Sean
super
Bean
bad.
dies.
Is there a movie where he doesn't?
Silent Hill.
Oh shit, that's right.
He doesn't die in Silent. He dies in the second one. He doesn't die in the first one though.
Oh yeah. He couldn't escape it.
Yeah. Well, that was episode 153 of the Blockbrothers show. We will be back next week with episode 154, finishing off Jared's programming block with Craig of the Creek. Now, to figure out what episode of Craig of the Creek we're going to watch, I'm going to hit screen share, as always. And share. So, Craig of the Creek had 180 episodes. So, going to the random number generator, one episode between 1 and 180, and here we go. I've never heard of Craig of the Creek, by the way. 63. 63. Going back a ways. Oh, and folks, we tend to go by whatever the episode numbering is on Wikipedia.
Yeah. That's just the easiest way.
That's the easiest way to do it. And a lot of the times, like this actually happened with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Wikipedia said The Devil You Know was season 2, episode 9, which is what we ended up landing on. Disney Plus says that it's season 2, episode 8, but we're just like, fuck it.
So
whatever.
We go by the name of the
whatever. We're just gonna watch this one anyway.
We've actually watched different episodes because of
that, yeah.
Of this, yeah.
Sleepover at PJ's. It is a season 2 episode. Wow, going back early in the show's run. Sleepover at PJ's. JP invites Craig and Kelsey over for a sleepover and late night watching. Well, we'll be back next time with that. And until then, I have been The Siege, one of your hosts.
And I'm Cal of the Matrix variety.
Thanks for listening. We will devil your dinosaur next time.
Hell yeah. I want to know what...
And also your eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
What gun does Moon Girl have? Looks like a bubble gun. A bubble gun of some sort based on your background.
Friendship.
What did she use bubbles to?
Friendship bubbles.
Friendship gun. Friendship bubbles.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, bye-bye.